Festival. Congratulations, that was really brilliant.
Thank you very much. You can all catch your breath now. I'm sure some of you were holding it through the movie.
Brilliant. If you could just tell us a little bit about your role in the film and what part you played in it, really.
I'm the managing director of the production studio. I was on set through the 4 sets, so I was the one that tries to call everybody in on budget, which, of course, any filmmaker in here knows does not happen. But I organized all the financials and the cast and crew and such.
And you were telling me earlier about how this kind of the story behind the story of this film, kind of
Behind Coldwater?
Yeah.
Our director, Vincent Grashaw, was on a hockey team in his youth, and one day one of his team members just disappeared. And years later he ran into him again, and this had happened to him. He'd been sent to a juvenile reform facility and was never quite the same. Vince said there was no hope for him after getting out of this because it had ruined him as a person, as a growing man, as an adolescent. He just was never the same. It's loosely based on fact, of course, but the story derived from that one time in Vince's life.
Because these still exist now, don't they?
Yes, they do. Yeah. And they're not regulated.
Yeah. Okay. And also, in terms of the post-production, that was quite interesting. You were telling me that it was all done.
Everything's done in-house. We did all the composing, all the music, all the editing. Everything was done within Flying Pig Productions. Everything. And I think we're one of the few production houses that can do that.
Thank you. I wish I could do that in my house. But and also, how about the casting? How did that come about? Are these people experienced actors, or are they?
They're primarily new actors, such as PJ, the lead character. This was his premiere film, and he's brilliant at it. He's just a new talent that we were very lucky to discover. Of course, we had a casting director who helped choose the cast, but Vince, the director, and Joe, the executive producer, owner of Flying Pig Productions, Joe Bellotto, were very much involved in this. And Frank C. Burns, the Colonel, he's in video games. I don't know if you're familiar with Call of Duty Black Ops, but he's the Colonel in that production, and he just fits this character to a T. You love to hate him.
Thanks, Jill. I'd like to open it out to the floor now, really, if anyone's got any questions. Yeah?
I don't know anything about juvenile centres in America. How accurate is the scenario portrayed on the screen? I mean, it's shocking, actually, to hear that might be real.
It's not regulated, as our judicial reform facilities are regulated. If they're run through the state, through the government, they are regulated, but private facilities are not regulated.
So it's loosely based on fact? Loosely
based on fact, but from information gathered, that's how they wrote the story.
And do we have any more questions? Anybody? Yeah.
I have interest. Have you come up against anyone who may have defended the facilities after seeing the film, or said anything good about them, or is it all?
Not yet. not yet. I did want to add our director, Vincent Grashaw, is very sorry he could not be here, and our executive producer, Joe Bellotto. They wish they could be here, but I raised my hand first, so I got to come.
And that's the great thing, he can't be here because the film's now having its life, isn't it?
Yes.
So what's next for it, really?
Well, we're looking for distribution in Europe, and as soon as we get that, you'll be able to watch it in other theaters nearby. We've sold in France at this point, and we're now in the distribution process looking for anyone who's interested.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Are there any more questions? Or yeah, there's a couple at the back there, I think.
So how long was the actual shoot?
25 days for the final. We shot some up in LA County in Northern California, but the actual camp scenes you see, we had a sequestered campground where everybody stayed on premises for 25 days and lived in these dorms. We actually rented a camp in Malibu Canyon, and so everything was done in that period of time, and it really became a close family. as you notice, the characters interacted so well. I think it's because of the bonding and being on site 24/7.
Yeah. Just up there.
I'm just interested in the budget. I mean, this is a great quality movie. Is it a secret? I mean, how?
Yeah, I'm not at liberty to disclose this, but budget, what?
Sorry.
Okay. Any more? Another one?
So, sorry, just another one. Were you like financed by corporations or something, or was it crowdfunding, or? How did
It was solely financed by Joe Bellotta and Flying Pig Productions.
Any more? Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for
Thank you.
coming.